right, let's go into the builds. Let's start from the top. I guess we'll start Furia because she's free rotation. And just so you know, chat, like every month or so, I always look at my builds, but I always just wipe my builds and make new ones. And most of the time, they're not new, but about Tyra, I'm not sure yet about Tyra. I don't know. The lifesteal on Gourd, I'm not sure yet. I don't think it's good because you can't really work it into the build. I'll explain why. So first build, I like having a Cherish build for Furia just for like casuals and stuff if I don't want to run it. So I'll make that first. I think shield is important to get value out of it. You need cooldown, self-sustain. Can't put that at 4. Whoops. And then ammo. This is my build for Cherish, so I think this isn't gonna change. Cherish isn't really that important, to be honest. It's mainly these builds are what important. So I'm gonna have multiple Solar Blessing because I want to test a few things. Solar main. So this is our main build we had before. So one thing is, Stroke the Fire got buffed by 0.1 seconds per level. So now it's 0.6 instead of 0.5. So it's a lot better. And it's pretty huge. I like Solar Flare, but there's something I want to test. I'm gonna make a build without it. So we're gonna run a Stoke the Fire 4 build. Little cooldown. Whoops. Need self-sustain. Then we'll run extra 50 health. I like the +2 ammo on Fury because you're doing a lot of damage anyway. So that's our main build with Solar Blessing. Actually, that's not really our main build. Solar Open. The reason I name it Open is because Stroke the Fire, I have it at level 4. Because it's on more open maps, I have it higher so I can get more value out of it. But on maps that are more closed or have really weird angles to try to get this going off, I have the level like 2. Solar Flare, I put at 3. Cooldown, self-sustain, and health. So I'm trying to think how I had this. I think I had this at 3. Yeah. I think I had it like this. So this is for solar more closed maps. Alright, let me reach out. Hold on. How are flanks now? Flanks? I think flanks lost a little bit of value without early cots. Healer's doing a lot more. Yeah, I wouldn't consider Tyra anywhere near Leanne right now. I think Tyra's strong, but Leanne is insane. Trying to keep up on the Switch. I mean, you can, with YouTube live streaming, you can always like use a scroll bar to go back. So more closed. And then this is the build I want to test. I want to do Light Forge 5, Light of Dawn 5, Self-Sustain, think Light of Dawn 3, I thought. Put that at level 3 or 4, 3, and health. I think this is close to it. Maybe less Self-Sustain for 200 health shield. How much health am I missing out over 3 seconds? 105? 210 health isn't really worth. I think having self-sustain on Furia is huge because you're always fragging. We could run something like this. Maybe like this? Nah. We'll do this. So this is what I want to test is without Solar Flare. I want to see how much difference Solar Flare really makes in scrims and stuff compared to without. And running this extra shield puts more value on her. Because you're already doing 1,000 health, everybody, plus 200 shield. A lot less healing when I used to play. Swagil, you have to learn how to play with. It's a lot different play style with the Rampant Blooming. Because you really have to know how to use your Qs properly to get the most efficient healing. but it is better than Efflorescence with increased radius. Well, Solar Flare, one thing I wanted to test is if it helps when you throw it, and I'm pretty sure it does. So it's one thing I want to test in scrims. I've always liked it, and it made the beam feel a lot better and a lot easier to manage and hit. But yeah, that's my Furia loadouts. There's really no more I want to build because Exterminate is irrelevant. I don't find it. It's not good to run. You'd rather, if you're running damage, you run Cherish. There's no reason to run Exterminate. Yeah. Especially if you're the only healer. If you're a second healer, like maybe, but it's really bad. Exterminate's really useless. Yeah. But the only thing, hold on. Let me see something with Exterminate. Like maybe you run Conviction 5 and it helps with it. Helps get a little more value out of it. But it's still like not that good. Alright, so Furia, done. Any questions about Furia, let me know. I'm going to move on to next support. Grohk. So, Grohk's one of those that needs a little bit of theory crafting and a lot of, like, math done with his builds. So, these are going to be rough drafts. Taking place. Damba. Damba's the best support in the game right now. I think the best supports in the game right now are Damba, Furia, and Grover. I think Ying is just irrelevant now. There's really no reason to run her. You miss Sky? We might do Sky later. I'm going to do the main supports first, and I'll do, like, Sky. Grohk, though. So, I'm going to make a build for Spirits. I'm going to make a build for all these. So, Spirits Domain first. So I wish I would actually not deleted my old one for this one, because this one requires theory. Let me just put in the cards that I need. I ran Gale in this. I like duration just to be able to get out of situations. I was gonna test Astral Traveler and Phantom just to see which one's better at level 1. Yeah, Ying is irrelevant. Seris? Question mark? What about Seris? Chat, you just can't put champion names and then question marks and expect me to know what you're talking about. I love you though, but I have no idea what you're talking about or what you're asking. And Khan, lol. Lol. So sorry, back to this. I think I was running duration with it, so I could play more on my totem. So I theory crafted this build for a while. Either have this. So at Spirit's Domain, it's really important to have a good totem. So Gale's important and something to buff your totem. Ghostwalk cooldown's not worth it anymore. It's not really worth pairing with Gale. You'd rather run Crackle. And Crackle is important. You can just throw a totem around a corner and heal somebody. You don't put a really aggressive totems. The way you use your totems with Spirit's Domain is to quickly burst somebody up or to put them around a corner for teammates to heal up off of. Because using your auto attack should be when they're in combat. You really don't need health on the totem. You need something to help yourself, so Phantom's really there. If anything, you can run this. Well, this is close to what you'd run. I think running at 3, these at 3 are fine. But this build needs more theory crafting and time put into it to really see what's perfectly efficient. Hey, what up, Waze? How you doing? Can't wait for Sky, Kappa. We'll probably do Sky at some point. How's the Venomous Gourd? So, I don't think it's that good. I hate all of you, chat. EV question mark, Grover question mark, champion name question mark. I love you guys. God, he's you don't have to message me in game for questions. I'll catch back in chat. Yeah. Dash. Oh, I don't know. That's something I want to test. Which one gets more value? I don't know if I'll do it here because I just want to do decks and then play. I really want to play. But yeah, this is something I need to do more work on. This build. And the same when it comes to, this is going to be, even though I don't think Totemic is going to get that much value, maybe as like an off support it could get more value. Whoops, I want that, maybe that, and because with Spirit's Domain, you have to put yourself in more danger when you're healing allies. I don't feel like Phantom's that important. You could run Healing Rain, but let's throw Phantom in there. Gale. Oh my goodness. So Gale 5. I find Totem Outreach is huge. So Totem cooldown 15 seconds, 6 seconds, so it's at a 9-second downtime. You reduce it by 5, so 4-second downtime, 2-second downtime with Chronos. That reduces it to almost a no-second downtime with Chronos 2. Goes to a 0-second downtime with Chronos 2. So you almost can take this at level 2 and it be good, the extra second, but you have to build Chronos 3, I think. But I think level 3 is perfect. And the extra health is important because it's your only healing source for Totemic Ward. If anything, I think Crackle 2 could be run and put into more, but these are the only two I would change. Monolith to Crackle. I think that's the build for Totemic, though. And then Maelstrom, whatever. Blah, blah, boom, 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 boom. Probably extra health. Movement speed. I find range super important. I run less Lightning Rod, but more base health. I feel like Lightning Rod could be good, though, without early cots. Grohk could be really snowball heavy. Movement speed, I think 24 is the best because you can feel it a lot more. Thunderstruck's not too important. The range is necessary. You could run it at level 3 and increase your shock pulse healing if you wanted to. These are the only two I would change with this. Is Arc Lightning and Lightning Rod. Is taking a point off and trading them. Yearly 10k subs? Yeah, I was gonna put that. Oh, I didn't put that in my title. Road to 10k. Road to 10k subs. Done in the title. Yeah, chat, we are almost at 10k subs. Oh my goodness. Best healers have heal CC. Yes. Some healers are lacking. Exactly. That's what I've said for a while now. Is right now in this meta, like this is why Ying's irrelevant. Because she only brings healing. She doesn't even bring good damage with Life Exchange. Oh, by the way, that's it for Grohk. She doesn't even bring good damage. So the reason I don't run duration and damage is because the only one, so with the damage one, Grohk, I like the base health more. This is a more personal preference. Like these are personal preference. You could trade out, I would probably say, you trade out these two and you do something like this for survivability. You'd run something like that for survivability. But it's personal preference. Here, let me make this build. Male Ghost. So Maelstrom with Ghost Walk. Oh, let's just do that. This is like a Ghost Walk based. And then we'll do a Maelstrom with... I forgot what I replaced already. What I just had. Oh my goodness, Vex, I am all over the place. So heals, range, movement speed, base health. This is the build I was running. So there's two kinds of damage builds you can run. I mean, it really just depends on personal preference, honestly. So either Ghost Walk or health based. Vex over Kami. I love Kami. I love his videos, to be honest. Yeah, like I said, KV, it depends. It's just personal preference. That's why I made 2 of them. But I mean, Heels of Vex is my man. That's what I'm talking about, Kyle Jones. Yo, how close are we, chat, to 10K? Let me go look. I was watching True Sight, chat. If you guys have never seen this series on YouTube, you should watch it. It's really like kind of inspirational, plus really good production. It's talking about the Dota 2 International. We are 32 subs away from 10K. 32 subs. Let me tweet. Also, we are 32 subs away from 10K. So if anyone is trying to help your boy out. Also, we are 32 subs away from 10K, so I made sure to help your boy out. Smiley face. Let me post my YouTube link on Twitter with that tweet. All right, done. Tweet sent. Sellout tweet is sent. All right, back to builds. Sorry. We need Mr. Beast. Oh, Papa bless Mr. Beast. Oil Ciacity. I have no idea. Oil Ciacity? I'm awful with names. How you doing? All right, time to talk about your boy Grover. So there's a bunch of builds you can run with Grover. Let's first do speed. And you'll understand this in a second. Verdant Expanse is completely and unbelievably necessary now. And it's insane. I think base health. Yeah. Radius 5, cooldown 5, heal 3. That's simple. Or speed 3. Cooldown and radius 5 are like, that's it. Actendo, how you doing? By the way, chat, the delay between me talking, reading chat should be a lot less this stream. I changed the setting for this one. It's near real-time interaction with minimum playback buffering because these streams do go up on my YouTube afterwards. So I like the quality to still be good. But this is speed. You can run DR. Grover builds have a baseline builds right now, and they have a pattern. You'll figure out the pattern. I'll tell you the pattern here in a second. The DR, boom. So the pattern is Perennial 5, Verdant Expanse 5, and then we'll put here. Let me finish this one. ECDR, elimination cooldown reduction. If you don't know what that means, sorry. ECDR is elimination cooldown reduction. It's adrenaline elimination, reduce all active cooldowns. Perennial 5, Verdant Expanse 5. And then we'll run health and more value. I'd probably say DR is more value because 8% is not that much. 6%. I don't know. This is probably personal preference. Either one. Doesn't matter that much. I really don't know. I just run 8%. But yeah, the constant in these is Perennial 5. The constant is Perennial 5 and Verdant Expanse 5. And then the 3 different builds. You have one for speed, one for DR, one for elimination, cooldown reduction. Now, I think in competitive, speed is almost always what I'm running, is to buff my allies. Unless we have... Yeah, it's really what I'm running in competitive. Unless I really need the DR and we have a lot of flanks that I have to deal with. And then ECDR is something like a pub build. Fix your title, Vex? What about my title? What do you mean? Road to 10 subs. Yep, got it. Lol. Road to 10 subs. Here we go. I was like extra vine grip range. I never find missing vines an issue. Yep, I did notice. It's super nice. I missed, yeah. Whoops. Road to 10 subs, let's go. What time does the community day? I believe 1 EST, Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna start 2 hours early. In the shooting range, it's too hard to test that, Tonfub. Every 10% increases it by 10%. So it's worth it. It's worth it. Honestly. It's really worth it. It's not diminished anymore. So. Sorry, I'm taking a long time doing this. I wanted to get, I thought I'd be done by now. Jeez. That's really it for Grover builds. It's really that simple. Jenos, I have a lot of builds here. Alright, we'll make support builds. Main support build. Range, cooldown, astro cycle, relativity, and whoops, and probably health. Because they got rid of my reveal. Health or ammo. Either or, I don't really care. Like, it just depends on what kind of person you are. I run relativity 1 because Jenos is an extremely safe support. Really no reason to run it anymore. Just some self-sustain is nice on him to diminish any poke. Ferocity build, I'm gonna make support builds. I'm not really making the, well, I could make a Ferocity build. I just don't think Ferocity is that good. I'll make it real quick. With Ferocity, if you're pubbing, I still think Perennial is important. You don't have to run it at 5 though. Elimination, cooldown reduction is probably nice. Health. You could run Radius if you're playing more off supporty. You could run DR as well. Something weird like that would be cool in that build. Pick up. But I don't think it's that important. I really think Force of Nature is worth 150 shield. It's not worth it all. Then you could, like, Verdant Expanse. Like, you could help heal allies still. You're more supporty with this build. Run a higher DR. Probably something like this. You could adjust some of the pointage, but... Hey, Ari, how you doing? Brandon, what up? No, I still don't think Binary Star is good. Luminary is the best on Jenos, without a doubt. But yeah, this is close to a Ferocity build. I don't really think too much about Ferocity builds. If I thought more of it, I would figure it out, but something like this. It's still valuable? Yes, I think Maelstrom Grohk is actually going to be pretty good this patch. But yeah, here's the main build. There's one build heal here, but I'll let you figure it out yourself without explaining it. Astro Cycle 5, cooldown 5, range 2, and then relativity 1. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Done. And then we'll just, like for Binary Star, I don't run, Binary Star is not good for healing. You should be running Luminary always. But if you're running Binary as like a DPS, I run this. I like this build. What else did I run in this? Ammo is so not important. You can run grip range. Actually, no. That's what I was going to do for those builds. I'll show you in a second. I remember what I was going to do now. You can still run like duration or... yeah, something like that. You can still try to help allies with Binary Star. But instead of health, run grip range. This one, you don't run grip range. But for the main build, you run grip range at level 1. Just get a little bit of help out of it. No. Space Jam is very worth it. But like I said, I'm not going to explain why. I'll let you figure that out. Because Space Jam is one of those where it's super low-key. But I'll let you figure it out. But I'll let you see the build. It's very good. So, Damba. There's a lot of builds I have here. And there's some reasons for it. But main support build here. Like, really, you only need one build on Tamba. It can be varied, though, depending on what kind of player you are. And then Gourd cooldown 3, 5, 1, 4, 3. No, I have this at 2. This is the main support build I use for Damba. Possession 4, Spirit, Swift Spirits 5, Many Gourds 2, Eerie Presence 3. Let me make a second build real quick for Eerie Presence 4. Because I always say this on Damba, do not run Eerie Presence 5. You can have the worst aim in the world, it's still not worth it. If you buy Chronos especially, it'll help that cooldown just a little bit, where Eerie Presence 5, it'll never make you better either using Eerie Presence 5, spamming it. Run 4. If you're gonna struggle, run 4. 4, 4, 2, 1. This is the build though. With training wheels, lol. Is there any champions you really struggle with? Not really. There's certain aspects of champions that I struggle with. Sometimes I feel like Skybolts, I'm bad at hitting. Don't know why. Vivian, I feel fine on. Ashe, BK. I mean, BK is hard mechanically, but I feel like I can play him at an alright level. Buck is kind of weird for me. No, I still feel okay on Buck, especially with bulk up. The bulk up playstyle. I don't really like the dive playstyle. Maeve, I used to be really good with her daggers, not so much anymore. I just had to relearn her daggers. Moji's irrelevant. Talus, I don't like his dive playstyle, so I'm not that good with Talus. Yeah. How about Lexoda? I'm just doing supports. I barely have enough time for supports. I want to play. I have to do like 3 more. Oh. Alright, so Pip. There's so many I have here. Oh, so Flask. No, we'll do Mega. Mega first. Mega, super simple. Did they buff this? No. Come on, hi-rez, buff this card, please. So mad. Good morning, Vex. Good morning, Richard. How you doing? They just need to buff this card. Hi-rez, suggestion. Look at cards before you look at elements of a character to buff them. If you buff this card, Pip is in a lot better spot. Reload, Medicinal, Gift Giver. I like Moxie low level in this build, and then I run like from above. No, I'm missing. I feel like I'm missing something. Radius, Reload, 3, 2 level 1s. Level 1s are very variant. It just depends on what you like more. I don't think Moxie's that important, to be honest, but it's really just whatever you want to run for level 1s. What you like. It's really not that big of a deal. Combat. Combat, I run Acrobatics Trick because I think reload speed's huge on it. Having no downtime between your heals is very important. I run reload at level 4 on it. I'll have to relook at it after I finish this. Sturdy is important for when you have allies next to you. Helps you not take too much damage on yourself. Gift Giver, and then it's like from above, Moxie. Yeah. This is the build I run for Combat Medic. I mean, there's so many ways to buff Combat Medic. Yeah, no, you can run Many Gourds 5 and have Chronos worth it. Chronos is based off your... So the way it works is... I'm pretty sure you have Chronos 3 with Manigord's 5 and it still reduces it. There's something weird with the diminishing returns. That even with Manigord's 5, if you run Chronos 3, it's still reduced. But yeah, technically, if it's working correctly, diminishing returns, you can't go lower than 50% of the cooldown. So yes, technically Manigord's 4 would be the max you can go. But there's always been something weird there with the diminishing returns when it comes to that. But yeah, on paper, Manigord's 4 is the highest you can go. Where were we at? Pip. Combat. Flask. We'll do explosive flask. We ran some acumen. I like side tanks in the build. Some people run DR. I still like the more passive playstyle. I mean, as a support, I have a certain playstyle, and it's still a more slower playstyle than most people. I mean, I like diving and all. I have no problem with it, and I'll make a build with it, the diving. It's just something I usually don't run all the time. I think Moxie 5, a lower Smithereens. No, we ran something like this. Side tanks is a little bit off. DR flask. With a DR build, you wouldn't run any side tanks. Maybe not even acumen. Have to look at it. Gift giver, escape artist, from above. Could even run refreshing jog, but Moxie 5. Here 5. Gonna run gift giver 2. Something close to this. Something of this effect would be good. Typically you're self-sustaining, so I don't even think gift giver is important. If you're running super selfish and not healing allies, you don't have to run gift giver in this. But normally, like competitively, you are healing allies every so often, so I think gift giver is still important. And then last one is my team flask build. Because I like reload in this. I run reload like 3. Moxie 5. Gift giver 3. Some side tanks, and then Smithereens 1. This is my main flask build. Or I'd run like, it's either, I mean, I probably could run escape artist instead of side tanks, but I still like side tanks. This live stream time though, yeah, I'm on a really weird sleep schedule. No, I don't, Brandon. I think the card system and the item shop are extensive enough where you don't add more. Maybe you add 1 in each road more, but I don't think you go that in depth with the game. You keep it FPS with MOBA elements. You don't make it a MOBA with FPS elements. Yeah, like the reason I stream during this time is because I have a lot of international viewers too. So I feel like this is a good time for everybody too. And I haven't really been able to... Wait, what? Been able to... What? Why? Why? Because I already saved it. Is that why? Okay, alright, I guess. It's saved. Last couple builds. Oh my goodness. Oh! This is taking a while. I want to play. What up, Jen? How you doing? How's the live stream? Good. Isaac, what's up? How you doing? Isaac. I think Pip would be too... Yes. Pip would be OP if reload had no internal cooldown. He would be broken. You can't do that. You just cannot do that. So, main build for Seris. Let's run Mortal Reach first. So, Mortal Reach. Main build. No Bane. Bane doesn't work really well with Mortal Reach. Bane actually doesn't work well with anything anymore. It's very hard to get Banes off. On paper, it seems okay, but like in game, it's still tough. Umbra Gate, Blood Pact, Soulforge, Veil. Now, when I make Seris builds, chat, they're going to be different than what you think a good Seris build is. I have a lot, some people at least. Greetings from Egypt. Hey, how you doing? Umbral Gate, Blood Pack 3. This is it. A lot of people like higher veils. As you get better and progress in the game and your skill, you don't need a higher veil. But if you want to run a higher veil, I'd suggest max of like 3. I would just take it out of Umbral Gate and put it in the veil. That's it. This is the build though. I think Dark Whisper is very important. Umbral Gate's important for your mobility. Blood Pack for the self-sustain. Now with Agony, I haven't decided yet. I haven't really figured out if Agony is that good. I don't think Soul Collector. I think Soul Collector could be good on shorter range maps to output more DPS, but I don't know. I think with Agony, it's still important to run Umbral Gate to get on people and get the stun off. Ren Soul cooldown isn't worth it. That's what I was going to look at. Yeah, it's not really worth making a second build for Agony. You just run this build for every situation, honestly. Yeah, I plan to, Brandon. I plan to do a lot more duo commentaries with a bunch of pros. Next one, spoiler, is probably going to be Hakate, my teammate. So, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go check out Hakate on YouTube. He's getting into YouTube. He just posted a video today, unlike me, for the past few days. Sorry, I've been super busy. I can't even explain like what I've been doing, but like I've been extremely busy the past few days. And like with the patch not dropped yet, I just like I felt unmotivated to make a video. But here. Yeah, what you have to realize versus no CC, even though it's versus no CC reduction, Agony is still hard to pull off because it's 4 stacks. Agony can be good, but again, you have to realize your Q is one of your best self-sustains in clutch situations. So there's a lot of downsides practically to running Agony. That's it. Seris needs one build, honestly. I don't see Seris needing any more builds. And Ying, honestly, she needs one build. I don't think she's good. She's not good. Can Seris be a flank? Yeah. Yeah, we are on the same team, Felix. It's me, Dosups, Hakate, Fisheko, and Sephi Cloud. Illusion 3, Spring Bloom 5. No, actually, I can make 2 builds. Yeah, I'm making 2 builds. Brittle 5. I like Rewind. Somebody asked about that earlier. I like Rewind because when you use your Dimensional Link, you will always have a second illusion up. So it helps keep your illusions. You get like a max efficiency from healing with Rewind. And then what was the one pointer I used? Fracture is not really worth with this build because you have like no illusion health. So at level 1, this does no healing. It does healing, but it's irrelevant healing. You could run encouragement. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could run encouragement. This is my reset build. So I run this build when I know my clones are gonna die super often against like heavy burst. Against like Drogos, against Bomb King. If I know my clones are gonna die, I run this. But if I know against like maybe they're more tanky, they're double support, double tank, I'll run this build. I'll run a tanky clone build with Fracture, keep them alive because they can't kill them very often. I still run Spring Bloom. No, I don't run Spring Bloom actually. Kappa, and I run a Rewind. No Spring Bloom in this build. Because I keep my clones alone themselves. Is Kate Spanish? She's from Uruguay. Yes. 26 to 10K? Is it 26 now? We were just at 32. Which means we're getting subs. Let's go, baby. Woo! Let's go, chat. Keep subbing. Let's go. Woo! That's it for the Ying build though. Just got done. Alright, it's my dough. We're about to play some video games. But yeah, this is like I said, if anybody has any questions about the build or anybody wants me to go back and look through any of the builds, let me know, and I will. And a huge shout out to my Patreon supporters, Captain Splashclaw, Joseph Lavsa, and Joshua Blanchflower, and all others, thank you so much.